Now, tell me how it started out for you. I mean, how did you go from being a stuntman into making a feature film?
Well, I don't know. I was kind of doing a bunch of it at the same time. I got this idea. Me and another stunt guy, Tony Lynch. He had a video camera, and we started like shooting these action scenes to put in our show reels. And my brother, he was studying acting and wanted to be an actor, and he said, well, maybe the same thing will work for me if we shoot some scenes that like they're from a movie, and we'll put it on my show reel. And so we did. We made this little short film that basically was a dialogue scene and an action scene, and we were gonna like put it on our show reels and say it was from a movie. And what started out as that ended up being like we kind of gained this love of making films. The actual process of making it we liked even more than just doing what we regularly do.
This film does have action, but it's more psychological, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I wanted to have some action in the film, but all the action had to serve the story and serve the tension, and I wanted the violence that happens in the film to feel very real, as in the same way the performances and the tone of the film. I thought the more real all of those elements felt, then the more tense the film would be.
What did you learn about the process of making film, and also about yourself with this project?
I didn't go to film school. My film school has been being on film sets as a stuntman and just watching other people get it right and get it wrong. And as far as learning about myself, I don't know. I found you go into making something this large and not knowing whether you can actually do it or not. So I guess I learned I could get through it. I know definitely that I'm someone, if I start something, I have to finish it. Even though like 2 weeks in, I was never wanted to direct a movie ever again.
Why is that? Just
because it's so overwhelming, and it doesn't matter. Every day something good would happen, but even through that, you're constantly battling with yourself about whether you think you knew what you were doing or not. But the further I got into it, and the more I felt comfortable with it, I think I was like dying to do it again. Like, one, to learn, while I remembered all the things I'd messed up, and two, just because I felt like I was on a roll.
when did you realize? At what point did you realize that you might have be onto something with this film? And when did it kind of all start to gel and come together?
When my brother first let me read what he'd been writing, I found it so engaging and page turning, and I was dying to know what happened to this guy. I knew that was a compelling story, and I was definitely I was compelled to want to make it. And then I don't know. I guess that first moment is when you really kind of connect to a story, and then you go into the process of making it. It becomes so familiar, and you're really just running on instinct. And not until I finished the film and screened it for the first time at the Sydney Film Festival did I realize that it worked. You had this hope that it works, and you trust in your gut that the way you've put it together and all the choices you made with casting and locations and the way you've edited the film. But not until I saw it with an audience for the first time did I feel like how I felt the first time I read it.